What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Batman issue number 119. This one is written by Joshua Williamson, and there's also a backup story written by Carl. Well, we'll get to that when we get to that. Brings back Maps Mizuguchi, so I was really excited about reading that. So, yeah, I will say overall, I did enjoy this issue. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I really like the art going on in here. I like the story set up so far. Batman is outside of Gotham, the whole Batman Incorporated thing. Now, at the end of the previous issue, Batman went to investigate because, people were dying, like this killer known as Abyss was supposedly killed, and Batman goes to investigate and comes to find that the new person funding Batman Incorporated was none other than Lex Luthor. And I'm like, oh, that makes things more interesting. What are Luthor's secret motives? Because when it comes to Lex Luthor, there's always something else going on there. It's never what's at face value. So I'm intrigued to see where this thing goes. I like the conversation between Batman and Luthor. So yeah, we also open up with a bit of a flashback. Lex Luthor's there. He's talking about how, well, Bruce Wayne's no longer around, doesn't have the money. So I'm funding Batman Incorporated in their endeavor. So I like the fact that Lex knows what's going on here. I like the fact that Lex feels fully in charge of the situation. Like, this to me is like classic Lex Luthor right here. Even when you think you got him right where you want him, like, he still is kind of in charge. And he's definitely like pulling off the, like, I'm richer than you, I've got more power than you type thing with Bruce Wayne. He even talks about a story about buying like a $20 million bottle of wine, which he has right here. And then he ultimately decides just to pour it out. So I like the conversation between him and Bruce, him insulting him, kind of getting on his nerves. Bruce is ready to just punch him right in his smug face, but then he kind of restrains himself. So he offers him to, like, join up with him so he can fund Batman Incorporated and all that. So we got that going on there. Batman's investigating this Abyss thing, and he finds the body's decomposing, but it turns out Abyss is still active. There's some really cool artwork here, definitely showcasing this in the dark. They get into a bit of a fight. Batman ultimately loses his sight, so that's kind of where the issue ends. But yeah, it was a pretty good thing. Like I said, I'm really enjoying what Joshua Williamson's been doing at DC lately, and I'm really excited to see where he goes from there. Then we have the backup story, which is honestly the part I was kind of more interested in, even though I like the stuff with Batman Incorporated, but because for once they got a backup story that I'm actually interested in. So this one's written and drawn by Carl Kirchel, and this is the return of Maps Mizuguchi from Gotham Academy. I really liked Gotham Academy, and I really liked seeing Maps Mizuguchi. And given the fact that she's a detective, she's a big Robin fan, which, as you know, if you read Gotham Academy, she's had interactions with various Bat family members, including Damian, who basically took the fall for her and got kicked out of school there. So, and then also, like, he gave her the Robin mask and all that. So yeah, so one of her friends is disappearing. She runs into Bruce Wayne at some point, talking about how she's not happy. Bruce is like, kind of takes this to heart. He's like, okay, I'm going to go investigate what's going on with her disappearing friend as Batman. Then she ultimately decides to put on her little makeshift Robin costume. And then she runs into Batman. And then Batman gets taken away kind of the end by these little, I don't know what you want to call them, weird little creatures. And Maps has to go and ultimately, like, okay, Batman's been taken out. It's fight or flight right now. I got to go investigate. So I like this one. And in terms of the backups that I've read and stuff, is the most I've enjoyed in quite a while. Because I've been, like, really kind of, like, tired of a lot of the backup storylines. But now you got something that actually has me intrigued. It's bringing back a character from a series I quite liked. I wonder if this means she's going to have a larger role going forward after this backup, because I can't just see them, okay, we're just doing a quick Maps Mizuguchi backup, and then we'll never utilize her. I really hope that this means that at some point she'll appear in the Robin book, or another book alongside Damian, because I like their dynamic, or just interacting and appearing in more DC-related titles. I know she's dressing up as Robin here, but maybe she can be somebody who trains and becomes like a vigilante of herself, or she could be kind of the street level thing. I like the fact that she's a detective investigating stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, no reference to her time with the other Bat family members, only like one instance of her talking to Bruce. I'm kind of surprised she didn't reference, like, hey, how's Damian and all that. So, but only time will tell. So I do hope this means we will get to see more of Maps Mizuguchi going forward, because I quite like her. She's funny, she's charismatic, and she's just kind of upbeat and all that. So I like her character, and I like the Joshua Williamson storyline going on here. Really good art. Lex Luthor funding Batman Incorporated. I think that makes things more interesting, and I feel like this is in some way related to the events of the big Shadow War crossover that's coming up in March. So we got this issue, and then we got one war, and then we lead directly into the Shadow War. So I'm excited to see where this thing goes from here. I've been really enjoying what Joshua Williamson's doing. Now, I believe this Batman book's only going to be once a month for a bit, which I'm totally okay with, because Detective Comics is apparently doing 12 straight weeks, which is insane to think about. So I will definitely be talking about that later on today at some point. And then I got another issue to review, which is the Arkham City Order of the World thing, but nobody ever seems to be like watching those videos. But I'm committed to finishing that series. I only got like 3 issues left or something like that. But anyways, what did you think of Batman number 119? Did you like the issue? Did you like the backup? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit that bell for notifications, like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content. And also, this is the first video of 2022. Well, at least on my channel. I did do a live stream on Kaiju Networks, which I shared in a community post. But anyways, this is the first video of 2022, starting out pretty strong. I hope everybody's having a happy new year. I hope everything's going okay. Yeah, just tell me your thoughts on this, and look forward to more videos as we continue onward through 2022. All right, well, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.